I didn't have any questions in mind. I know I got an album coming out. It's called Groceries. That's what we start off with.
All right.
That. Or we talking about Rochester hip hop.
Yeah, let's talk about Groceries first. What's going on with that?
Groceries is a project that I've been waiting to come out for a very, very, very long time. I've been doing shows for years, and I've been rhyming for even longer. It's about time that I actually come out with a project. Groceries is going to be a nice fluent project produced by Nugs, produced by Khalil, produced by J Quest, by my boy Nomar. Called it Groceries because that's how I feel like music is. It is our nutrients, and as a grocery store, like you choose what you want to cop, you know, to give yourself nutrients. Oftentimes people go to the junk aisle. Oftentimes people get their organics or whatever, and it reflects to their health. And the same thing with music. Like a lot of people get their Moses or their Talibs, aka their organics or their healthy stuff, and sometimes they get their Gucci's or their Waka Flocka Flames. It's okay to have your sweets every now and then, but when you base that on your diet, it shows. So Groceries to promote a healthy balance in what you take in audio or music-wise. So
what kind of
project's about.
What kind of music interests you right now?
Right now, what interests me is J Electronica. I'm a big fan of his. He's up and coming, even though he's like 34. He doesn't run his mouth. That actually shocked me because I thought he was gonna be a humble dude, but he's already like out the gate about some things that RZA said a while ago, and you know I can understand being mad at that, but like I thought he'd be the type of person to let it go, but he does talk a lot. Who else interests me right now? I'm actually all over the board right now. I'm listening to a lot of Hispanic music. I'm going back to like old school Fania salsa stuff. But it's always hip hop to the core. Or Tanya Morgan, I'm interested in. Of course, I'm bumping the New World Raekwon. Who else? And Rochester hip hop. Rochester hip hop, because it's just even though the level of put onage isn't the same, like the talent level is there for most of us. So I'm big into us.
Who are some of the artists that you can speak of? And I know it's probably hard to.
I can. Somebody asked me what my top 5 Rochester MCs. I said it changed a bit, but I still have a decent amount. Moses, I'm a big Moses fan. Hassan, of course. Anybody who's doing music here has some sort of respect or admiration for Hassan Mackey. Reese. Damn, there's so much talent here, like so much raw talent and so many individuals here, not just a bunch of people on the same tip. There's a lot of individuals here, so I feel bad leaving people out. Yeah.
You work at Record Archive, right?
Yes, sir.
Like, as far as like local CDs that you see coming out of there, how much do you see?
I see, like, it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate because oftentimes I don't see a lot of local. There's a local section, but I don't see a lot of local CDs being moved. I don't know why that is. I think sometimes like Rochester support can be finicky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to actually supporting or fully supporting an artist. Like you may go to a show, but to buy a CD it might be another thing, and that might be because of financial reasons or whatever. Oftentimes it'll take a while. For example, Azariah, big fan of Azariah. Azariah is nice. He still has some CDs left though. Not because it's not bad, because it's good. I'm talking about his Keep It Moving EP. It's really good, but like just there's not a lot of support there. I think it's subject to change. I don't think it's subject to change. Started selling yet though. I don't think we put it out yet.
Why do you think it's so hard to get people to pay for shows, for hip hop shows?
I think personally, like Act Live and
either of you guys have anything to say about that?
Oh yeah. I can speak personally because of with Gilly, because I know Gilly has a lot of shows. I've seen a couple of them, but I've only gone to like half, specifically because of money. You know, money. Even though the shows are like $20, like $6 or $7, that's like 3 gallons of gas. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes though it is just because Rochester support can be finicky. You know, especially since like there is so much talent and there's so many individuals. Like oftentimes it can be hard to focus on what other people are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're an individual and you're already preoccupied with yourself and what you want to do, you may be less willing to try to support another person because you want to get what that person is doing.
Exactly. What I notice is everybody's an MC in Rochester.
Right.
So every fan that you have in Rochester probably knows how to spit, at least a little bit, you know? So a lot of these cats that come out to your shows, they'll be at one show, then won't be at the next show because they're writing a song or they're making music or they feel like somebody took the torch from them or whatever. When really, you know, the bottom line, it's all about love and all that. We just all want to have a good time. But like you said, you know, it's finicky because everybody's an MC. Everybody's doing the same thing, so they all want it to be their show. They want their show to be packed. Also, it costs money, and you know they catch a show every week in Rochester. You know, you can literally go to a hip hop show one time a week here. There's not a lot of places you can do that, so that kind of comes into play. But I personally think a lot of it's just everybody's an artist here, and if they're not in that mood to support that night, then they're not going to come out to the show, and that's part of the reason. Not 100%, but part of the reason.
So what are you planning on doing for the release for Groceries? When's the release?
That's June 27th. Here at the Dublin Underground. That is still in the nebulous stage. I want to make it multifaceted with more elements than just MCing. I just don't want it to be like a traditional show that I usually do. Like, this is something that's actually bigger. Like I put as kind of a joke on Facebook when I tagged pictures of album work for Groceries. I put a self-anticipated release because it is like there may be 10 mofos here that are actually waiting for the CD to drop, but I've been waiting for it for a long time. So I want it to be a bit more special than just like a regular show. I would like to have. I haven't talked to any of these people. I'd like to have graph artists, FUA, of course they're a staple in Rochester. I'd like to have breakers, you know, Tim. I like to have Tim. Once again, all these people I'm shouting out or mentioning, I didn't ask you yet, but heads up. Yeah, and fam too. I want Secret Wars, you know, Stefan and Jarrell. I want Made Basic. That's fam. Just fam performing with me and everybody embrace it. That's about it.
I'd be willing to add to the elemental equation.
That'd be dope,
bring something like, you know, that to the table like we've been doing.
Right, man.
The breakers, graffiti artists, DJs, everybody.
That'd
kind of a little lackluster on the DJs lately. DJs need to come out and rep it a little harder for your element. But
peace to Tim.
Yeah, peace to all you DJs. You're dope.
Right.
But I would be down to do something like that too, man. That's always a good vibe, man.
It is, man. It is, man. Like, rapping is so flooded. The music aspect of hip hop is so flooded. You know what I'm saying? It's just people forget that it's a culture and not a music. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I even lose sight of that because I'll always be worried about the next rap. I'm always on Hip Hop Game, allhiphop.com. But I forgot the last time I saw Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Or watched the movie Scratch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's multifaceted, and I need a reminder, and Rochester constantly needs a reminder. You've been giving them reminders with the elemental joints, and it'd be dope if I got to do the same thing.
Yeah, do it. And that's where it needs to be. That's what people need to realize, man. It's about art, you know? Because the bottom line is the chance of anybody getting really big is very low.
Very low.
You know what I mean? So you might as well have a good time doing it.
Right.
Not say that you're not better than the guy that's big. It's just the way it is.
The way it is.
It's a billion people in $1 million industry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's crazy. There's a quarter for everybody, and that's about it.
It's true. So Groceries coming out June 27th. I'm loving it. I'm excited. You may not be, but I'm excited. June 27th, right here in Dublin. Be here. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an awesome show. I always make sure my shows are live, so please come through. Peace to Make Basic. Peace to Sound Facility. You know what I'm saying? Dope places, dope people. Please come to my show.